Let's face the fact, adulthood is a lot. Adulthood can be a lot. There are too many things to do, too many things to engage in, too many people to reach out to, too many activities to partake in, too many promises to keep, too many promises to make, too many, and there seems to be no time at all. How do I do this, do that, do this other thing before 24 hours is over? I need more than 24 hours. I need 48 hours in a day if possible, and even then I'll still have to manage the time. I need more time. It's been one struggle for this and that. I have been able to see the silver lining in a way. I've been able to figure out what can work. Let us talk about adulthood and have some cheat codes, even through the stress.
How you like that? You gonna like that?
The first cheat code that I have is understand the life you live, the stage you are in, and the state you are in. Understand the life you live, the stage you are in, and the state you are in. I had to come to the realization, not that it wasn't glaring all along, but I had to tell myself again, very consciously, that not everybody lives the same life. The fact that somebody is your age mate, maybe even works the same job that you do, maybe even lives in the same place that you, maybe even has the same dreams and aspirations that you have, does not mean that your lives are the same. There are so many things that are present in your life that may not be present in their life. So there are some things they can afford to do that you cannot afford to do. And I'm not even just talking about money wise, I'm talking about time wise, availability. I'm talking about even the desire. I'm talking about whatever. There are some things that some people that you are comparing yourselves with may be able to do that you cannot afford to do because of the dynamics of your life, because of the stage, the state you're in, because of the things that are happening in your life at that point in time. So if you want to start comparing yourself with that person, you're just going to be miserable. You'll feel like your time is not your own. You'll feel like you can be doing more, but you're not doing more. All that thing leads to self-hate, self-depreciation, just self-destruction in total, because you do not live the same life. You do not have the same life. Even if you see them every day, eat the same food, do the same things, there are some other things that you may even be able to do that they may not even be able to do. But of course, we don't see that. In this age of social media, we are all just so they're posing for the camera. I'm actually posing for the camera right now. To be frank, I had to put on a bit of powder before I put on my lights and put on this record. That is just how life, we are seeing it from the outside. We don't know what is happening. I came in from work with an oily face, but I won't bring an oily face here to the camera. I had to put in some powder here and they patch it up, put some gloss, because that's just it. We're not just fronting. We just have 24 hours. We're trying to make do of. So you are not your neighbor. Your neighbor is not you. You do not live the same lives. You cannot afford to do the same things or afford to spend the same money. Let's bring it to money now. You cannot afford to do. So why are you stressed over it? Why are you stressed over, oh, this person is doing this? You can. And I'm not saying this because I've conquered it. No, I'm saying it because these are things I've had to realize, and I've seen that these are things that used to cause me so much stress until I had to tell myself consciously, you do not have the same life. So stop comparing yourself with other people. The second cheat code I have is that you should try as much as possible to produce more and consume less. Try as much as possible to produce more and consume less. I'm not talking about food, because if I'm talking about food, I'm going to say, okay, go and start a biscuit company or a pasta company or a rice company. No. So what am I talking about? Produce. What do you want to do? What is that thing you wanted to write? What is that song you wanted to write? Or that painting you wanted to do? Or that sketchbook you wanted to do? Or that whatever? I'm running out of options now because I'm a creative, so all I can think of is books to write, songs to sing. What is that thing you've wanted to produce for the longest time? Instead of spending all your time scrolling on social media, which is consumption, you're just consuming other people's content. They have produced it for you to see. I'm presently producing this for you to see, for you to watch. Of course, I want you to watch it, but what do you have that other people will make use of, or that you yourself will make use of? Before you even start moving to other people? What do you have that you're producing for yourself? Apart from the job that you do, which is to fend for yourself, which you may not even really like, let's be frank, because adulthood, you have to do things that you do not like. This is what we try to tell children who are around us, that you will get to a point in your life, you have to realize that you don't always get to do what you like, you don't always get to like what you do, but it has to be done. So let's be frank, you may not even like the job, but you have to do it. So that may not even really be productivity for yourself. So what is that thing, that personal thing, that personal aspiration, that personal dream, that personal, even the desire you used to have when you were maybe 13 or 10, and somehow it got lost along the way? What is that thing that you can be producing instead of just consuming and consuming and consuming what other people are producing? Because all that scrolling on social media without aim is just you consuming. Garbage in, garbage in, garbage in, garbage in, garbage in, and garbage out. Because it's garbage that is coming in, it's garbage that will come out, because on there you're seeing people who you feel have gone ahead of you. Oh, this one film is cool to the next. Oh, this one we graduated together. Oh my god. Oh no, this is a film. Another one. Oh no, this one just had a baby. Film. Oh no, this one, especially if you're on LinkedIn. Oh, I just made $500,000 this month. Film. That is just what your consumption, consuming other people's success stories, consuming other people's wins, consuming other people's productivity, consuming other people's creations. Where is your own? So in the name of entertainment, there is always a tendency to fall back on comparing yourself to the achievements of other people. So instead of consuming enough to start comparing, why don't you produce your own, so that you can be happy that you achieved it, so that there can be something of repeat, something worthwhile, even if it's not worthwhile to other people, worthwhile to yourself, to say, I produced this, I made use of my time, I made use of my resources, I wrote in that diary. Because like I said, it doesn't have to be something that concerns people. It doesn't have to be something that people will even see in the next 100 years, something that is personal to you. What is that thing that you've always wanted to produce? Go ahead and produce it. Instead of consumption. Start thinking of how to produce things. The third cheat code that I have may sound like the second one, but it's a bit different. Focus on your life. Focus on your goals. Focus on the important things. Focus on your life. Focus on your goals. Focus on the important things. One of the best things that has happened to me recently in the past 3 to 2 years to this year is my ability to now know what deserves my time and what does not deserve my time. Oh, people are talking about you. Oh, now you want to go and fight. It doesn't deserve your time. There are things to do. Oh, this my friend did not do this that I thought they would do for me. It doesn't deserve your time. Yes, you will feel bad about it, but mourning over it, grieving over it, being bitter over it to the point that you cannot move ahead, you cannot get new friends. If you are the friendly type that likes making friends, you cannot. It's not important. What is your goal? Oh, my goal, for example, is to be an international author and speaker. That is in front of me. My day is too occupied, too small, too how do I say, too tight to start thinking of, oh, what did this person say about me? What may people be saying about me right now? What does this person think about me? Hey, hoo. I don't have the time. I'm working almost 8 to 10 hours before you get home, before you make lunch, before you cater to whoever you need to cater to, before you even have a social life, before you now say, okay, I want to get to my goals. Is that the time you now used to be thinking about, this person did not send me good morning this morning? Oh, this person spoke to me in a certain way. Oh, this person, how does it concern you? This also, okay, let me shake tables here. This also has to do with fighting on social media, being internet warriors for your favorite artists, for your favorite celebrity. How does it help your life? What goal does it achieve for you? Those people don't know you exist. Even if they know you exist, they don't give you money. They don't give you their time. They are still working on their talent. As you are tweeting about them, as you are fighting about them, it's giving them more repute. It's giving them more money. It's giving them more ambassadorial deals. What is it giving you? How is it adding to your life? How is it giving you more things to focus on? Because the noise is too much these days. The noise is just too damn much. There's too much to see. All over. So if you are not focused on your goals, you are just like oh, whatever comes goes, whatever goes comes. That's just how your life is going to be. Focus on your goals, stay focused on it, so that even when you deviate, even when you get distracted, because it is of course normal to be distracted, you're going to be able to take responsibility and then recalibrate. I said I will do this in 6 months, I have not even done it, and this is the 5th month. Oh my god, I need to get back on track. Even if you don't get it done in the time frame that you say you'll get it done, but the fact that you realize that, oh, I've been distracted, you're able to recalibrate. But if you're not focused on it, if you are just everywhere, this affected you, these minute things that children are the ones that are supposed to even be thinking about, then you cannot even know when you're falling off track. It'll just be your normal life of, oh, anything comes goes. But if you are focused on your goals, you know that, oh, at this certain time I said I will do this thing, I have not done it, so let me get it done. This life is just yours. It's just yours to make do with. There used to be a time in my life I used to blame people. Oh, if this person had done this, if this person hadn't done this to me, if this other thing had happened, like even it will not matter years from now. Those things will not matter, those people will not matter. All that will matter is this is where your life is now, and you are the sole person that brought it to this point. Even if something happened to you, you had 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 10 years to get over it, to stay focused on your goal. But no, you decided to be blaming people, to be doing pity party, to be playing victim, to be fighting people on social media, to be fighting people that did not come through for you, to be fighting people that did not give you gift on your birthday, to be fighting people that did not call you. And then you wake up one day, you are 60, you are 50, you are 70, you are 40, and you're asking, what did I do? There's this thing I said I will do. How didn't I get it done? Focus on you don't have the time, sis. We don't have the time, bro. Spending too much time on irrelevant things. You do not have the time. You don't have the time. So focus on your goals. I wrote somewhere on my stamps on my bed. You have seen those things in my previous videos. In one of them I wrote, let me see if I can see it from here. It says, best way to come through for yourself is to do the things you said you will do. Is mine. I wrote it, but you can steal it. The best way to come through for yourself is to do the things you said you would do. That is the best way to focus on yourself. That is the best way to give yourself the best things that you are even quarreling over other people not giving you. Give it to yourself by focusing your goals and your life and the things that are important to you. What is important to you? Focus on those things. What cheat code that I have and that has been working for me since last year to this year is to build your mind, then make it rest. So what I'm saying is you build your mind, but then you soothe it at the same time. So it's like your mind is working for you, but at the same time you are not overworking your mind. How do you do this? You build your mind by reading books. You may like books on maybe healing, encouragement. I read mostly fiction. I'm trying to get into non-fiction because, like I said in one of my other videos, I'm trying to write non-fiction, so I want to try to read more of them. So reading, what do you like to read about? Take the time, shut out the noise of social media or whatever and read. Pick up an actual hard copy and read. I know these days online books are the thing now, but hard copies, the feel of them, that relaxing feel. If you have a balcony, just go out, listen to the sounds of nature. If you don't have the sounds of nature around you because of the cities we live in now, it's so noisy and all, that these playlists on Spotify or whatever music app you use, Spotify has these sounds that I just stumbled upon. This particular one is called forest bathing, and so it's like you hear the sounds of crickets, of rain falling, of birds flying and chirping, and it's just so beautiful, so serene. You just feel like you're actually one with nature. Imagine yourself reading a book while rain is falling. You can hear the sound on the roof. Just even imagine how relaxing that is. You relax from all these toxic things flying up and down. Relax from the actual world and just bask in these things. You can listen to podcasts. There's this Mel Robinson podcast I love so much. She talks about so many things. Then there's the I Said What I Said podcast with FK and Jola. I will always love them. There are these things that can build your mind up but still soothe it at the same time. Relaxing music. I love Lana Del Rey. I love Adele. Why? Because they actually sing from the depths of their soul. They sing what I can hear. They sing in a calm, soothing manner. They sing things that actually make sense to my mind. So it's like it's building my mind, but it's not in a harsh manner. It's in a soft manner that just makes everything feel like, even though it's all crashing around me, but something still makes sense. For those who are Christians, you can put in your favorite sermons, your favorite preachers, listen to them. Those words of encouragement, those words that teach you what to do, those motivational things, if that's what you're into, build your mind up. Even while you are doing this so much tasking works that you may have to do, like cleaning your house, these things build you up. They help your soul, they help your body. They are just very soothing and helpful. And in this very, very noisy world and distracting world and toxic world of things flying up and down, you can choose what your mind listens to. You can choose what your mind absorbs and how your mind is built up, because the strength of mind, I can tell you, is what will carry you through some tough days. When you're feeling down, when you just don't have the energy, when so many things feel like they are falling down around you, the strength that you have built in your mind, the strength, the resilience, the passion you even walked up with, some of these things you listen to, some of these things you read, some of the ideas, the dreams you have broken into because of these things you listen to or you read, they're what will carry you through. And then they're also what will relax your mind in times of anxiety, in worry, in fear, in things like that. I really, really recommend you building up your mind by also soothing it at the same time. In essence, just slow down, slow things down, slow things down in any way you can. The fifth cheat code that I have is just like the fourth. You walk every day, you push yourself through things, you try your best. I would say thank your body and your mind for carrying you through these things by taking the time to prioritize rest. Especially for we Nigerians and Africans, there's just this thing of you cannot sit down, you cannot take out money, you cannot take out the time out of your busy schedule to do things for yourself. I recently went to a get together for my workplace last week or so, and then there was an African American woman, and she heard my accent and she was like, "Oh, where are you from?" I said, "I'm from Nigeria." And she was like, "Oh, she once dated in Nigeria, and after she lost her husband, and he was a good man, but one thing about him was he was always working, and even his friends also had that same thing. They were always always busy, always doing this, always." While it is a good thing and it's fundamentally, I'm telling you for a fact, for those of you who are not Nigerian, it is a truth. It's one of the core things that our nation is built upon: hard work. We work hard as Nigerians, and even as a continent, as Africans, I feel like we would like to work hard. We like to show that we work hard because it's a thing. You can't be caught slacking. Like your life can't just be like that and you are sleeping. So it's a thing. But in all that hustle and bustle, sometimes we forget to just slow things down and take care of our bodies and take care of our minds. So we don't rest, we don't exercise, we don't eat well, we don't take these things seriously. Some of us don't even have hobbies or guilty pleasures. Our hobbies, because of the way the Nigerian society is, turn our hobbies into money making ventures. So even though we have a second job, our hobby is like another side job. So there's nothing that we just do for relaxation, to just find pleasure in it. I just do it because I want to do it. I just love doing it. Turn your hobby into work. Then it's no more a hobby. There's no more pleasure in it. What is that thing you love doing that you can actually take that limited time that you said you don't have? You can take out of it to go do that, because it is you prioritizing your mind and your body in rest. It is you taking the time to say, I appreciate my body, I appreciate my mind for what it is doing for me in this adulthood. So you take the time out, you go to the spa, you go to visit places, you go to see things, you go around your neighborhood. And it doesn't have to be that you live in a city where there are all these many things. There are things, it's just that you have not found them. You have not taken the time to find them. Even you may be in a very small village. I will assure you there are things in that village. You have just not found them yet. You have just not searched for them enough yet because you have been busy with work. Go for that brunch with your friends. Sleep long and well. On Saturdays, don't be in a hurry to start cleaning everywhere. Your house is not running away. If you can afford it, sleep at least for a while because you've been working Monday to Friday, and then Saturday just take that time and close your eyes and sleep. Put on something soothing. Take the time, clean leisurely in a very calm manner, not calm down. Put on something beautiful, dance to it, waltz to it, do a body split to it, and just enjoy your time with your body, with your mind. Even if you don't have people to go on that date with or that brunch with, go out with yourself. Plan solo dates. I'm just waiting to get a better means of moving around. I'm going to go berserk on myself and the things that I've planned to do. There are so many things to do, so many things to see. Turn them into hobbies, turn them into pleasures. It helps you to take your mind off so many things to do. I know that there are still so many things to do, but that 1 hour, that 2 hours, you won't finish all those many things to do in that time. And in the 24 hours you have been giving, how many of those 24 hours in 7 days do you actually take the time to do something that is not work-based or anxiety-based, or if I don't do this, I won't get that based? How many hours in those 7 days? So take the time out. Also plan it in your schedule. Sleep is not negotiable. All this, by 4 a.m. the stock market has already gone. Let them go. Let them go. By 4 a.m. billionaires have already got through half of that day. Let them get. That is why they are billionaires. Okay. Me waking up by 3 a.m. will not make me become a billionaire tomorrow. They're already billionaires. They worked over it for years. This 1 hour, these 2 hours of extra sleep, sorry. But you get the point. All this, you cannot be sleeping 6 hours a day. There is a reason that doctors said you should sleep a certain amount of hours. Are you trying to say they're stupid? No. Prioritize your body and your mind. Again, my 6th cheat code is almost like my 5th, but it's not the same. I would say that maybe weekly, but if you cannot afford it weekly, monthly looks more attainable. Get yourself something nice monthly. I saw this on someone's status. Shout out to you, Pere. I saw it some months ago. She was showing a pair of shoes she just got for herself, and she was like, this is something I get something nice for myself every month or something. I get a pair of shoes for myself every month or something. She loves shoes a lot, and I was like, this is such a gorgeous idea. This is such a beautiful idea. So if you're paid, for example, X amount every month, after you've budgeted this and you've done this and you've done that, what can you remove from that money to say, thank you, Jemima. You did a very good job this month. You worked hard. You woke up every day before 6. And I am somebody who sleeps in the morning and then likes to stay up late at night. But because of my work now, I have to rearrange that whole sleeping pattern. I have to sleep early and wake up early. It's not in my lifestyle, but I've had to change it. I've had to switch it. That took a lot on my body. Thank you, I'm going to tell myself. Thank you, Jemima, for taking the time to do this thing that you have to do because you're an adult that has to work and has to work a certain job. It may not be something you would have seen yourself doing at this stage and age of your life, which is the fact. It's not something I thought I would be doing at this point. But thank you because you have taken the strain. You have taken even the emotions, the psychology to kind of recalibrate and rearrange your life so that you can now accommodate this thing that you now do. See, there are so many things that you are getting through every day that you don't realize. There are so many things that if you had told yourself 2 years ago that I'll be able to do this thing, you won't believe it's me. Or we say, it can't be me. Somebody said it can be you, and it will be you a million times. In fact, when you are now living in it, after a while you will say, there was a time I said it can't be me, but it is you. and you're getting through every day. You're surviving it. You don't know how. You think it's now default setting because you have not gotten used to it. But no, if you try to remember, it was hard the first few times. Your body had to adjust. You had to command your body, command your soul to readjust to this thing that you are now living through. So thank yourself for all that effort. Let there be something, and let it be something tangible. You will always see and be like, I bought this thing. I'm happy. It's useful. Not something useless. Something useful that you'll be able to say, at least. In Nigeria, we say, at least, I thought my back, like, at least this thing out of your job, you're able to, for instance, get yourself a camera. Do you know how much a camera is? You're able to save and get yourself one of the best cameras ever. Imagine you're able to save and get yourself a car. Just imagine something tangible like that. You may not have all of that, but imagine you're able to save and get yourself a pair of shoes. Beautiful shoes that when you go out with it, oh no, even you will know you wore something. Maybe a shoe is too expensive. You're able to get yourself a pair of earrings. A pair of earrings that are spectacular, something that once you come out with it, everybody will know you came out with something. Whenever you see it, whenever somebody compliments it, oh, that's a beautiful pair of earrings, that's a beautiful outfit, there's something it will do to it. I used my money to buy this thing. I worked hard for it and I got it. You see, children, sometimes when you give them something, they destroy it. You give them a laptop, they keep it carelessly, they smash it. But you, as an adult, if you buy yourself a laptop, we both know how you're going to keep that thing. You're going to almost take it like your child because you know how much you sweated for it. That is just how your body and your mind should be of importance to you. And for you to be able to get something for them, for your body, for your mind, and be like, we worked hard for this thing. Let us now rejoice. Let us have it. It's a kind of a psychological thing. It will really, really help you. The last final cheat code, and I think one that summarizes it all, is to practice gratitude. I know you've heard this so many times. Start journaling or get a journal. Write about your day. Write 10 things that you're happy for. Write 10 things you're lucky about, or blah, blah, blah. You've heard it so much, and maybe you actually even have a journal. And because all the girlies on Instagram are doing it and romanticizing it on their content, you also do because you want to be like the girlies. But why actually do you practice gratitude? And that's why the word practice is used with it, because it is easy for you to forget. It is easy for you to forget. And what do you forget? You forget where you were. You forget where you even are before you even get to where you're going to. There's something I saw, was it yesterday or the day before yesterday, and it just changed my whole mentality. There was this girl on Instagram. I stumbled on the video on my foryou page, and she showed herself eating. How did she put it now? How lucky am I? I have food to eat. And then she showed herself running on the road. How lucky am I? My body is able to run and exercise. And then she showed herself, anyway, the point of it was, how lucky am I? She was showing the things we take for granted. And I actually thought about how there's food on your table. How lucky are you? Okay, if you're more Christian and spiritual, how blessed are you to have these things that you just take for granted? You're running, you're able to walk to this walk that you complain about, or even this day that is seeming too stressful and overwhelming for you. How lucky are you, or how blessed are you that you can actually see this day, that you actually have this day enough to complain about it, to be like, wow. So why gratitude? Gratitude makes you start to see beyond yourself. There is a way that this pressure of things to do in 24 hours, things to do in 7 days, things to do in 30 days, things to do in 12 months, things to do, the new year is coming. There's a way it can start making you a bit conceited. It can start making you self-aggrandizing. It's about what I have to do. What this thing, the whole world is pressing down on me. Nothing is working. Nothing is, all my goals I have not achieved. Nothing. And so all that is in your mind is, what have I? What have I not? I. What? So the whole world is revolving around this your I thing. And so because something is not happening well for you, you are bitter to everybody, you are quarreling with everybody, your life is not happy, you are moody, your work is not going well because you are frowning at everybody, angry at everybody, you're angry at everything. So it's the I thing. If you are always thinking of how you have not done this, what there is still there to do, it's almost like you believe that the whole world should stop because you have not achieved this thing, or there is no time for you to do this thing you want to do, or there is everything, too many bills, I have to. Gratitude makes you look beyond yourself and be like, for this thing that there is, I am grateful. Even for this thing that I'm even hoping to achieve, I am grateful, because it is not just about me. The world still has to go on. The sun is still shining. There are bigger things in front, because at this point, when you keep going, another thing it does is to keep you stagnant. It's to keep you in that place of frustration about all these things that are still there to be done, all these problems that are still there to be solved. So it just keeps you in that one place. You can't think bigger. You can't see the bigger picture. You can't imagine and think about how vast this entire world is, how many billions and billions and billions of people would even love to have this life that you have, the one that you're complaining so much about. And you forget that this state that you are in is something you may have prayed for once. So if you are living, like people used to say, you are actually living in one of your answered prayers, why are you not rest assured, just like you are rest assured that night will come this night and morning will come tomorrow morning? Why are you not rest assured that things will work out the way they have worked out before? And even if they don't work out in the way that you think they should, you are in another place by tomorrow. Tomorrow is always better than today. It just depends on how you see it. If you are still feeling bitter about yesterday, if you are still feeling very frustrated about the tomorrow again that has not even come, you will never ever enjoy today. It will still be that I thing. You expect the sun to stop shining. You expect the whole world to stop for your sake. You expect everything to scatter. So let everybody's life scatter the way my own life feels scattered. Feels, of course, because it's not scattered. You're still there standing. You're still there existing. So something wonderful can still happen. Something good can still happen. It just depends on how you want to see it, how you choose to see it, the angle you choose to see it from. So yes, though adulthood can be a bitch, we know we're all living in it. And I told you from the beginning, I'm not saying things that I don't understand. I'm saying things from experience. We are all living, everybody's life is different, but in a way, we can all, even the people that you envy, if they tell you their issues, you'll be like, why don't people post this one on Instagram? Why don't people post this one on TikTok? Anyway, they actually post on TikTok. Everybody's life is not anyway, that's not the point. Why don't people, oh, I didn't see it like this? Of course you can't see it like this, because you can't see it because you are so engrossed with the I thing. So yes, 24 hours is not enough. Yes, there's so much to do and so much to be and so many things to do. But can you just stop for a moment and see the silver lining? Can you just focus? Can you just concentrate on the things that actually matter? Can you just even concentrate on where you want to go to? Enough to stop feeling agitated about where you are. Enough to actually say, okay, I have 24 hours. I can't change it. And that's one big thing about adulthood. That's one of the best things about adulthood. Coming to the maturity of understanding what you cannot change and what you can actually do something about. God gave us 24 hours. If I cry from now till tomorrow, if I'm frustrated from now till tomorrow, it will not change the 24 hours I have. So what do? I have to work 8 or 9 hours. Okay, that's given. I have this to do in this amount of hours. Okay, that's given. I have this I want to achieve. I will be tired, I know. So maybe I should even give myself grace. Okay, maybe instead of this deadline of 1 week I set for myself, okay, let me give myself 1 week, or let me still also give myself grace of, okay, if I don't finish in 1 week, maybe I should add 1 week for myself. These are all how do I say now, excuses, so to say, you can give yourself as another, because you deserve it, because you understand that 24 hours may not be enough for you. So you give yourself grace. You give yourself the room to actually just live and breathe. You give yourself cheat codes. Show yourself actually the silver lining in the sky that you think is just too vast, too complicated. There are cheat codes around you everywhere. You just need to work it out and be sure, what can I do with the 24 hours I have so that it doesn't feel like everything is crumbling down on me? And it may not work every day. Let it not be like another motivational speech. It will not work every day. Let me never use me. It will not work every day. Even me that I'm telling you these things, there are days that there are breakdowns, total complete breakdown. But you just have to keep pushing. You just have to, because again, just like the 24 hours that you have, that's just life. Life keeps on moving. Life keeps on moving. It doesn't stop. So you just keep going. So if you don't take the time to actually plan and say, this is what I can do and this is what I can't do because it's not in my power. So what can I do with what I can do so that what I cannot change or what can I do will not overwhelm me? And there you have it, your cheat codes. So if you have other cheat codes that you think may have been helping you in this adulthood life that we are all trying to get through, drop them in the comment section. You just may be helping somebody. Thank you so much for joining me in today's lifestyle video. I hope this really helps somebody. And if it does, remember to like, share, subscribe, and leave something in the comment section that may help other people. I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye.